TIMUR and Cyrus have slammed their way on to the Age of Empires mobile beta servers, allowing everyone else to check out their customizable skills and signature and commander skills. And let's see if they're going to be any good, because there's a lot of talk about replacing Guan Yu and other heroes possibly in different roles. Because when we look at them, TIMUR is going to be your Warrior Cavalry Archer, and then we've got Cyrus being a Warrior Pikeman. You heard correctly, 2 more warriors coming into the game, and they definitely do look very strong, even though some people might look at their kits and go, do you know what? This doesn't look like my type of vibe. And I'm going to change your mind in today's video, so smash a like, comment, and subscribe for more daily videos with me, MrSneakyy, the one and only. And before we dive in, I need to thank Sonic, because without Sonic, guys, we would not have these different, again, screenshots for you all. So I want to shout out Sonic, because without her, we won't be able to do this, right? So we're going to start off with TIMUR, because TIMUR is going to be the one that a lot of people are going to be interested in, even though Cyrus looks 100% more unique and just more interesting to me. I'm going to be real with you guys, right? So TIMUR being Warrior Cav, Warrior Archer means you could be doing some really interesting things. His main commander skill here doesn't look too impressive for any sort of cavalry play. I'm going to be real. This is dealing might damage to the enemy troop. It's 1 instance of damage. It has a 70% chance to ignore, to be fair, a large portion of the enemy's defense. This is at level 1, but you can see already with a good scaling there, right? Almost going to 9.8, I believe, or 9.7-ish scaling on that. Every 10 levels, it's going to go up by that amount. It's not bad. That means it's going to hit at least that 50% threshold or higher, meaning you're going to hit pretty hard. Is it going to be better than Lubu's skill? I don't think so. Is it going to be better than Mulan's skill? I don't think so. However, if you don't have access to Mulan, this could be a good commander skill potentially to test out. Instead of running Bellevue primary, you could be running TIMUR primary, and that's only for archers, right? We're gonna have to test this. That's why this video is a little bit more of a discussion and opinion as we showcase these skills. But Extinction Blade is going to be your signature skill, and this does look really good. It's a passive based skill, that's why it's 100% activation chance, and for the first 9 seconds after entering battle, increases the hero's damage dealt by 8.94% and reduces your troops' damage taken by 2.98%. So these are the first part of the skill. It's gonna, no matter what, for the first 9 seconds in combat, increase the damage dealt by TIMUR, all of his like normal attacks, you know, critical attacks, anything that he might be doing in his skills, it's increasing that damage. He's also reducing the damage you're taking in your troops, which is really good, giving you that bit of survivability. What makes TIMUR really interesting, though, is he has a similar concept like Charlemagne. And what I mean by that is every 9 seconds thereafter, so every 9 seconds after the initial fight has started, increases the hero's damage dealt by 6.2% when serving as the commander. But then if you're serving as the second in command, you're going to reduce your troops' damage taken. So you can see what I mean by the Charlemagne correlation there, right? If Charlemagne is in the primary slot, he does one thing. If he's in the secondary slot, he does a different thing. TIMUR is the exact same. If you put him on the primary slot, you're basically doubling up and increasing the hero damage dealt on TIMUR. Or if you put him in the secondary slot, you're going to be doubling up on the reduced amount damage taken. The cool thing is these effects decay by 1/3, so basically by 33% every 3 seconds, and it lasts for 9. Now, let's start talking about Lubu, because this is where things are going to get interesting, because when you replace your Guan Yu, Lubu is going to be primary, meaning Tim is going to increase the damage dealt of himself and reduce the amount of damage you're taking for that Lubu match, hoping to obviously allow that Lubu to deal more damage, having a higher unit cap. But this is where he works with Lubu even better, because as you can see now, we have all of the customizable skills on screen, and if we hide my big fat head, you can see we've got the critical insight, weak spot attack, and spirited pursuit combo down at the bottom. So you do have the choice to go some really strong damage dealt builds, but you also have tempered steel being his unique skill. And now this is where it all comes together. Tempered steel. After any of your heroes trigger a critical strike, you recover your troops units and reduce your troops damage taken by 1%. This obviously is going to scale up, and for 3 seconds this lasts for, and it can trigger every 6 seconds. So as you can imagine now, with tempered steel and then critical insight for your good old TIMUR here, and if we go back onto him, you will see with TIMUR's critical insight and tempered steel combo, your Lubu is going to crit and heal and reduce damage taken. Your Attila is going to crit, again, recover troops and reduce damage taken, and TIMUR is going to do that as well. 3 instances of doing that, and at the same time, all 3 instances are critical striking, increasing Lubu's damage of his commander skill. So this is why people are saying Guan Yu is going to be replaced by TIMUR, solely on the premise that this double crit combo from tempered steel and critical insight work perfectly with Lubu, guys. So that's why we have to say it, and why we are talking about it in today's video, and why people are honestly all in discussions. Is it going to be better though? That's the real question. Is TIMUR going to be better than Guan Yu? I can't say that. He looks like he's going to be better on paper, but paper doesn't prove anything until we test it out ourselves. So we are going to test TIMUR on the Pioneer test server when we get access to it and availability of the new S4 heroes, right? So just wait for those videos and when we go live for that, right? Let's move on. Let's move on. We've got Cyrus the Great now. And to finish things off, Cyrus the Great, like I said, is a lot more interesting here, right? A lot more interesting as a hero. Yes, he's only a warrior pikeman, but his skills are very cool. So when we look at his commander skill deals might damage to 3 enemy troops in a fan-shaped area in front of him, which is nice, a good bit of AoE in front. But what's really interesting is it increases Cyrus the Great's counterattack trigger chance from customizable skills by 2.98%. This goes to 4.6 at level 10, and then you can see it's going to start scaling up again. Why does this look really good? Why? Well, it means any effects like forceful retaliation, forceful retribution are going to have more chance of triggering, meaning either more might stacking or even more recovery of troops. And you're going to be dealing damage at the same time. So this is adding a lot more consistency to Warrior Pikemen from just this one skill, but you do need Cyrus the Great to be the primary commander in order to do that. Is it going to be any better than some of the others? I don't know. I actually do think it will. In my first impressions look at it, dealing 3 enemy troops, so you got AoE on there, plus you're increasing now customization chance of your own commander's skills, so in turn-based combat you're going to do better. Seems pretty good to me. I'm going to be real with you guys, right? Moving on to his signature skill, also a passive-based ability like TIMUR with 100% activation chance. When dealing damage with customizable skills, it has a 65% chance to deal might damage. It also increases your might by 14.9, and it also has a 50% chance to ignore the enemy's defense. So just to run that down, anytime you trigger a customizable skill, so any of these skills like counterattack on screen, anytime you trigger that skill, well, guess what? You're going to be triggering King of the World's damage step, which is basically this damage you can see and increasing your might with the potential chance to have some defense penetration built in. there's a second part to King of the World, which is really good against Lubus, against Mulans, basically against might-based heroes. Because when receiving might damage, you have a 8.94% chance to reduce that damage by 1.49%. And this might not seem like much, but again, going against might versus might, warrior versus warrior lineups, this should give you the edge, hopefully, in 1v1 trades, and as well, just do really good survivability in open field fighting, right? So I really like this skill. I think it's good. It's the fact that it could absolutely nuke you depending on what your customizable skills are. So let's look at them for Cyrus the Great, right? We have got here, if we look, our counterattack and vigilance. This is just two skills that a lot of people know, but now we have Fateless Retribution, Whirlwind Sweep, Forceful Retaliation, and Child of Prophecy. This is where things are going to get spicy, because as you guys should know, we have obviously Fearless Retribution, which I believe increases your might. Every time when you're hit by a normal attack, there is a chance of immediately counterattack, dealing might damage, as this skill is doing similar, but it increases your might. Forceful Retaliation is the same. When hit by a normal attack, there is a percentage chance to immediately counterattack and recover units. So, what is Child of Prophecy, you guys are asking? Well, same as before. When hit by a normal attack, there is going to be a chance to deal a counterattack damage of, as you can see, 27.27% might bonus. Triggers once per second at most. But what's really devastating is every fourth trigger of this skill guarantees a critical strike. Meanwhile, the critical damage taken by your troops is reduced by 7.07%. This is for 3 seconds. I really like this skill. I actually do. I think this is going to be really good, especially when you're looking at the different options that you had, right? Fearless Retribution and Forceful Retaliation seem like two no-brainer options that either or are going to be good. The fact that obviously Retribution increasing your might when you're dealing these counterattacks, or getting more troops back through retaliation, should I say, really good, really good. And the fact that you got these two instances of passive-based counterattack damage skills works in your favor, because that means you're going to allow King of the World to have more chances of dealing damage and obviously increasing your might and reducing the might you're taking, which is really good. But what puts sugar on the cake is you're reducing the might damage you're taking, and you're reducing the critical damage you take on top, which is so good against Lubus and Attila meta right now, even on Mulan still, right? So I think this is a really good hero. Cyrus the Great honestly is a lot better than Darius the Great. Darius wishes he was Cyrus right now, because Cyrus is very unique. I love the whole skill setup of being all about those trigger chances on counterattacks from customizable skills. It's a different way of approaching things, and it's unique, right? It's just unique, and it's cool. It's really, really cool. I think it's gonna do a load of damage, guys, and I do think in terms of like setups, you could do something like Cyrus the Great with that Mansa Musa there, and potentially Boudica or Barbarossa or something like that, anything like that. It's going to work pretty well, I reckon, with Cyrus, but we will do all of the Pioneer test server tests on Cyrus, on our good old friend TIMUR here, who's looking good like me, as well as Elizabeth, our good old friend Belisarius, and finally Lagertha, right? That'll be all of the Season 4 heroes, and when we're able to, hopefully we can check them all out and test them all and see who is actually good, what are the best lineups for them. But I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. Who do you reckon is going to be the best commanders with TIMUR, with Cyrus for you? Who are you excited to basically replace or bench for one of these two commanders? I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you enjoyed the video, guys, just smash the like, hit the subscribe button, share the video about to your Alliance members so they can find out this information. And until the next video, Stay safe, stay sneaky. Peace out.